I refused to cook my boyfriend 2 pieces of meat for one dinner. So my boyfriend Jake came over to my apartment last week and I told him I'd make dinner. I'm a 21-year-old college student living alone on a super tight budget. My parents helped me out, but this month I actually had to dip into my emergency savings just to buy groceries. I stopped eating red meat last year because it got way too expensive. Like, I literally can't afford it. My meals are usually rice, pasta, chicken when it's on sale, that kind of thing. Everything in my fridge is pretty much rationed out for the month. Jake has a really good job and still lives with his mom, so he doesn't pay rent or anything. Whenever we go out, he always pays because he knows I'm broke, which I appreciate, but like, that's his choice. So he's sitting on my couch and asks what's for dinner. I tell him I'm making pork chops because I found them on sale. Then he goes, "Oh, cool, can you make me a pork chop and a steak?" I just stared at him. "Both for one meal?" He nodded like it was totally normal. "Yeah, I'm really hungry." I tried to explain that I don't even have steak in my fridge because it's too expensive. He goes, "Oh, I thought I saw some in there." I told him that was for like 3 meals this week, not one dinner for him. He got annoyed and said if I'm making dinner anyway, what's the big deal about cooking both? I told him the big deal is that's like $25 worth of meat for one person for one meal. That's my food budget for almost a week. Then he hit me with this: "I always pay for stuff when we go out. I think I can have both if I want." I felt my face get hot. I'm the oldest of 7 kids. My parents would literally lose their minds if I cooked myself a pork chop and a steak for one dinner. That's not how you treat food when money is tight. You don't waste it just because you can. I told him that him paying for dates was his choice, not some debt I owed him in meat. He said I was being dramatic and that he works hard and deserves to eat well. I said he can eat well at his mom's house where he lives for free. That's when he really got mad. He said I was ungrateful and that most girlfriends would be happy to cook for their boyfriend. I told him most boyfriends don't demand 2 expensive proteins for one meal from their broke college girlfriend's emergency food supply. He grabbed his keys and said he was leaving. As he walked out, he yelled that he wasn't going to pay for anything for me anymore if this is how I treated him. I texted him later asking if we were seriously fighting over meat. He said yes because it showed I didn't appreciate him. I told him it showed he didn't respect that I'm struggling financially. He ended up coming back 2 days later and apologizing, said his mom told him he was being ridiculous and spoiled. Apparently she asked him how much his rent was, and when he said 0, she told him to shut up about deserving double meat dinners. We're still together, but now he brings his own food when he comes over.